All right, well, welcome to the April Planning Commission meeting. We'll start off with a roll call.
Josh Wilbur.
Here.
Rick Ferris.
Here.
Patrick Tevenoff.
Here.
Jerry Ralston.
Here.
Carl Eaglin.
Here.
Zach Laughlin.
Here.
Joel Storm. Van Crafton. Mike Armstrong.
Here.
All right, everyone should have received the minutes from last month's meeting. Any additions, corrections, edits? And if not, I'll accept a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from last month's meeting.
All right, do we have a second?
I second it.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. So we'll get to our applications. We have three applications for this evening. When we all state the application's number, if you are representing the application, just come up to the podium and state your name and address, and then at that point in time, we'll ask questions if we have any, and then give the audience a chance to ask any questions, and at that point in time, we will take a vote. So our first application for this evening is PCRZ-25-1, Brandon Dougal on behalf of Sheila Racher. An application to amend the official zoning map. The applicant is requesting to rezone the properties with the parcel ID 39-08-14-000-016.000-006 and 39-08-15-000-014.000-006 from light industry M1 to residential or agricultural RA location 3483 North Michigan Road, currently again zoned light industry M1. Nicole, anything from you on this?
No, this property has historically been a home, and Brandon can speak to it a little further than I can, but they're wanting to do some renovations to it, so that's the intention on the rezoning.
Gotcha. All right. Brandon?
I guess it was light industry when Rodney Nay had it. He just sold it to Sheila. And we're just trying to rezone it to agricultural so I can do a 1,000 square foot addition on it. And that's it.
Okay.
And the way it is zoned right now, they just prohibit it.
Correct.
Am I early or am I late?
You're late.
Joel, come on around this way. Okay, you go there now.
I'm curious why you chose to seek to rezone it as residential agriculture rather than maybe something like
There's horse
R4.
fences and there's horses on the property currently.
Okay.
And we were told that the horses couldn't stay unless it was agricultural.
Agriculture, okay.
That makes sense.
And the R4 wouldn't allow.
No, it wouldn't allow for the use for livestock, but there is RA catty corner from this property.
Kind of makes it makes the west side of the road there. It kind of makes the zoning awkward with all the different types in there. We looked at one last year on Lanier Drive for the homeless guy who was up there, and if we were going with across the road as being something that would keep it from being spot zoning, that probably should have been qualified back, to some other cases we've looked at. Would R4 with a conditional use permit or variance still couldn't have livestock?
You would have to get a variance of use.
Okay.
Are you planning on combining these two parcels into one?
I think that's her intention.
Yeah, because I know
It-
it's easier on taxes.
Right, and it's also very odd there, because I think originally that property, part of it was deeded off and given to the fire department, and so there's like a mix between septic and sewer and water, and it's just, she just wants to do an addition.
I think that's still a no-cost thing to do.
It is.
To combine.
Yeah.
And, it's easy to do.
Other comments and questions from the board? Any comments, questions from the audience? All right, given there's none, we'll accept a motion on this application.
I'll make a motion to approve, PCRZ-25-1.
All right, do we have a second?
I second that.
All right, Nicole?
And just to be clear, this is a motion to recommend to city council.
Yes.
Rick Ferris,
Yes.
Josh Wilbur,
Yes.
Jerry Ralston,
Yes.
Carl Eaglin,
Yes.
Zach Laughlin,
Yes.
Mike Armstrong,
Yes.
Joel Storm,
Yes.
Patrick Tevenau.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
I think you're up here for this next one. No, you're not. Nope, you're not. Thought you were. Nope. Thanks, Brandon. All right, our second application is PCRZ-25-2. David Joe Craig, go by Joe. Application to amend the official zoning map. The applicant is requesting to rezone the property with the parcel ID 39-08-34-334-113.000-007 from heavy industry M2 to residential medium density R8. Location 1145 West 2nd Street. Zone currently, like I said, heavy industry M2.
This is a similar case where this has been historically a home, but was zoned manufacturing, and Joe has recently purchased it and wants to do improvements to the property.
Was this heavy industry from past of Madison's history and this just never changed? Or was this,
I believe
Do you
that's
know much?
correct. I didn't have any records that it had been rezoned at any point.
do we know what was there industry-wise before?
This house was built around 1940, so
Yeah.
it's been there for quite a while.
It had to have been.
Standard Oil was down there.
Okay.
Way back.
That may-
And then you've got the grain loading docks a little further down. I think they've always had some kind of barge landing there. And
Okay. And that makes more sense. I was just trying to think of what would have been there as heavy industry.
Well, you know, they were building boats up and down the river
Right.
a long time ago, and that was, I don't remember it being anything other than marina right there. So, I mean, they were,
Yeah.
obviously, they would have had to fuel the boats and things like that, so.
Yeah.
It was, the first, north part of it is a block building, and then there's wood frame, they doubled the size of the house almost.
And we've seen that with, you got towers, that turned into, more residential and things. So we've seen some of this for sure, going away from industry that was downtown. It just wanted to know, because it gives us a little bit of background to why it is M2 and it's not been changed, so that would have been good. What's your plans with this, Joe? I mean,
Remodel it and keep it downtown.
okay,
We have a house on top of the hill, but we kind of been looking for a house downtown, so this will give us an idea of if we like it there, but we're gonna do the whole thing.
so this will be your summer home and then your winter home will be on the hilltop?
5
Gotcha.
minutes away.
I got you.
For some reason, my vote only counts as half.
All right. Questions from the council? Any questions from the audience? All right, hearing none, I'll accept a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve PZRZ-25-2.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Nicole?
And again, just for clarification, this is a motion to recommend to city
Yeah.
council.
In your motions, try to put in to recommend to city council. Sorry, guys.
Rick Ferris,
Yes.
Josh Wilbur,
Yes.
Zach Laughlin,
Yes.
Patrick Tevenau,
yes.
Carl Eaglin,
Yes.
Joel Storm,
Yes.
Mike Armstrong,
Yes.
Jerry Ralston.
Yes.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, our next application is PCAF-25-2, David and Janine Wise. Application to amend final plat. The applicant is requesting to consolidate the properties with the parcel ID 39-13-130-121.060.000-007 and 39-130-031-121.061.000-007. Location 1014 and 1016 West First Street, currently zoned Historic District Residential. Can you state your name and address for us? Sorry.
David Wise, 1014 West First Street.
All right. Nicole, any addition to this?
No, the plat that you guys received had some errors, so I had him correct it, so he's got the corrected copy, but they weren't related to the actual consolidation. It was the other stuff around the edges, like they had his surveyor put Jefferson County Plan Commission, which is not you all. So that shouldn't affect your approval, because he's got the updated version, correct?
Correct.
Okay. But he wants to build a connected carriage house on this parcel that's going through Historic Board, but to build connected, he needs to consolidate.
Okay. And Nicole, just as a matter of record, did you get Joel added to the attendance?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good though. All right, so David, anything more to add to that?
Don't think so, just got the corrected plat, so, and I got it in my possession here tonight.
Okay.
And very minor changes, but they should be done.
Okay.
And I think somebody needs to sign it.
Yeah,
in
we'll
this group.
sign it.
Yeah,
once-
assuming it's
Okay.
approved, then yeah, it'll get
Okay.
signed, yes, yeah. Okay. Any questions from the board? Questions, concerns from the audience? All right, hearing none, accept a motion.
Actually, real
yeah.
quick, this, I just noticed, so your house parcel is zoned historic district, this new parcel is zoned local business?
No, that's
No.
the parcel next to it.
Okay,
Yeah, our zoning layer is off a little bit.
okay,
I think it's all zoned historic
that's
district.
all, that's,
HDR.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
It's a good question. All right, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the applicant PC AF-25-2.
Do you make, is your motion to recommend to city council? Okay.
This one doesn't need recommendations.
Oh, it doesn't?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought we had to. Okay, all right.
It's okay.
Do we have a second?
I second that.
All right. Nicole?
Josh Wilbur,
Yes.
Patrick Tevenoff,
Yes.
Rick Ferris,
Yes.
Joel Storm,
Yes.
Mike Armstrong,
yes.
Carl Eaglin,
Yes.
Zach Laughlin,
Yes.
Jerry Ralston.
Yes.
All right. David, you're good. We'll get your signed plat as soon as we're
Okay.
done with meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that concludes all of our applications for this evening. I was told that we do have a citizen that would like to say something to the board, so if you want to come on up and state your name and address for us.
Charlie Ricketts, 707 West First Street. First off, I'd like to say there's a lot of good things going on in Madison, and I, for one, am really appreciative of the progress we made, and it's been verified in the paper by being the best town in the Midwest. So, but that's not what I'm here for, but I just wanted to pass that along. I have some questions, and I really don't want answers because time constraints, we don't want to, but I just want to pose some questions to you to think about. What I'm here in regards to is the Ready 2.0 housing project on Vaughn Drive. And I'm just asking these questions for the interest of transparency. I, for one, am interested as a citizen. I'm sure a lot of other people are. And I try to keep up on it, but I find not enough answers to questions that I have. So let me just tick down through these, and we won't get into any discussion or debates about it because I know we got a time constraint and there's a meeting after this. So I'll read also my notes. What type of housing is it going to be? Is it going to be rental, or is it going to be owner-owned? Is it going to be what you would classify as affordable housing? Or is it going to be rent-controlled? Can't really see that, but anyway. Will it be apartments, condos, individual units? How many units approximately? There's a lot of setback requirements, especially in that area. Could the owners request special status, like buy one, turn it into a B&B, or make it just a weekend home? Not really what we need more of, I don't think. We need permanent residence housing. So it's in the floodway. That's been demonstrated this past week. And wouldn't it have to be constructed approximately 11 feet up in the air as one of the requirements for flood restrictions, either on pillars or posts? Right now, the property is zoned open space, as is all the property on Vaughn Drive from Vine Street east to the city limits past the campgrounds. Some properties obviously have been grandfathered in before the zoning rules were passed, because those places have been there pretty much forever. So a request would have to be made to change the zoning. And I would point out that a similar request was made by a property owner on East Vaughn Drive recently and was denied. So why would this be different? That's basically it. Things to think about. I know we're not nearly ready to turn any dirt. We don't really have the $2 million yet, but the river is why Madison's here. And I personally kind of envision that as being a boulevard someday with lots of trees and maybe sidewalks on the other side. That parcel would lend itself to complement Fireman's Park with just some grass and trees and park benches and things like that. So appreciate you giving me the time. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. All right, with that, Nicole, do we have any other new business?
I do not.
All right, any old business?
I do not.
All right, I will accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do we have a second?
I second it.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.